Welcome back to the JAKIB Media Pond Hockey post-game show. We're going to take a minute and acknowledge our partnership with the great people from the EBOD Foundation, the EBOD Foundation. We are teaming up with them to help combat Alzheimer's as well as dementia and raise more awareness about Alzheimer's and dementia as well. We have a fun contest to try to raise awareness and also combat those two horrible diseases because, as we all know, just like a football team, combating anything is only as good as the players involved. And as we kick off this month of December, we want to make sure that we're raising awareness for National Alzheimer's. Many people believe that dementia and Alzheimer's, it's simply a natural part of aging. But that, of course, is not the case. These conditions are caused by diseases much like cancer or AIDS. In fact, Alzheimer's disease is the primary cause of dementia, relentlessly attacking the brain piece by piece until it takes away everything that makes you well and everything that makes you you. So here at JAKIB Media, we are doing our part to try to raise awareness about combating Alzheimer's. And you can text right now the word SCORE to take part in this contest for the big game sweepstakes. Text the word SCORE to 833-202-9835. That's 833-202-9835. Also use these hashtags as well, these promo codes, Team Miss, Team Seth, Team Gun, and Team Farzi. Now, what are you going to win if you end up winning this contest? How about this? A trip to the big game itself, where you can help score for a cure. You also get $2,000 in spending money to help you with expenses and a 2-night stay at a luxurious hotel in Las Vegas for the big game. We're all thrilled, excited to be a part of this great cause.
Good job there, Farzi. 2 G's. 2 G's to hang and put in your pocket, huh?
How about that? Not too bad, huh?
That
all for a good cause.
That's pretty good. All right, it's time for Game Balls. And of course, Game Balls brought to us by Colony Pools. Flywithcolony.com is where you can check them out. Sign up right now for Colony Pools Winter Watch Program. You got to get the Colony Pools involved for your winterizing your pool. Get your custom Kelly Green pool cover delivered in 2024. It would make for a great holiday gift, by the way. Check it out online, flywithcolony.com. The game ball. So listen, I can't my right mind give a game ball to an Eagle today. I just can't do it. So who deserves the game ball? Christian McCaffrey deserves the game ball. I'm sorry, I can't be a phony and say, well, let me see. There was an Eagle like A.J. Brown who caught 9 balls. Didn't mean anything. So I got to give it to Christian McCaffrey. I'm sorry if people hate me for that, but I got to do it.
Again, the only Eagle is Jake Elliott. Now moving on to the team that really gets the real game ball today. I got to go with Brock Purdy today. And, yes, was he outplayed by a couple other guys? Absolutely outplayed. But the biggest thing from the Winers over the last year was the fact that they didn't have Brock Purdy in that game. They had Brock Purdy in this game, and he played damn near perfect football, whether it was running over a weak attempt of a tackle by Bradley Roby or it was just being extremely accurate to the tune of a 148 passer rating today against the Eagles. Leads the league with a 112, and he's at 148 against this Eagles defense. He was a huge difference from last year's NFC Championship game to this game tonight. So I got to go with Brock Purdy as the guy that gets my game ball.
I'm going to go offense too, but I'm going to go Deebo Samuel. In this game, 2 touchdowns, 116 yards, and also the touchdown that put them up 28-13. Just when it looked like the Eagles were starting to get some momentum, all that crazy drama that happened as well. Now all of a sudden you see Brock Purdy and Deebo Samuel hook up for a touchdown right there. And ever since then, they just completely took control of the game. He gets my game ball tonight. I wish it was to an Eagle, but I don't think we can say that any Eagle played well this evening.
Seth, where you going? Come on, Seth. Give me an Eagle.
I'm going to give my game ball to DiSandro. He gave the Eagles the best chance to get back into that game, and after they scored that touchdown and San Francisco answered right back, the game was over.
All right, listen, first of all, we should say, and Mark just showed me a tweet, Shanahan really was not happy
I'll pull that up.
With DiSandro, and he's getting blasted nationally by the pundits, including Mike Florio of Pro Football Talk. So he, I don't know what's going to – what do you think? They suspended that kid who gave the cell phone to Tyreek Hill, right?
That, by the way, went viral on NFL accounts.
It did.
All
So,
NFL
and this is probably going to go viral. All right, so what did Shanahan have to say?
This is from by Jeff McClain after the game, quoting Kyle Shanahan. It's just I just can't believe someone uninvolved in a football game can taunt our players like that and put their hands in our guy's face. From what I was told, Dre did it back to him, and I was told that he mashed him in the face a little bit, so he got ejected. It was very frustrating at the time. It was very frustrating during the play. It was a frustrating play in itself. I have to watch it to have a true opinion on it, but I love how he rallied after that. So we look at the Eagles rallying after that, being able to get a touchdown. Granted, there was a lot of penalty yards assessed there, but they looked at it as a rallying cry for their own right. Like, they feel like they can put their hands on our players. This is from Shanahan's perspective, and we're going to retaliate as well.
They always got something to complain
All right,
about.
so Dom got a game ball out of it. He got an ejection and a game ball.
You know what I don't understand? I don't understand the whole taunting thing. I don't. There's so much crap that gets talked during the game. So if you catch a ball and you pound your chest, or you look at a guy, or you say something, 15 yards for taunting. What is that all about?
But are you against the taunting penalty?
I think it's the stupidest.
Okay.
I agree with that.
In all
so
sports.
You can taunt throughout the whole game. You can people's face. And that would be better for you to make the game better?
Listen, the whole point of trash talking is a psychological, benefit to you. Like, I used to talk the entire game. Why? Because if I can get you thinking about something other than what you should be thinking about, I've got a benefit to me, to my game.
Well, there is a line they draw. I mean, you can talk to guys in all game.
It's like A.J. Brown against the Commanders. He scores a touchdown. He gets up, takes the ball, puts it at the feet of the defender, and they give him 15 yards. For what?
No, I agree with that. But I think what they're trying to cut it off at the bud and nip it at the bud is it leading to something more, like a fight on the field.
Well,
then you can call the penalty.
And I agree with you, by the way.
Then you can call the penalty.
Maybe the person who feels taunted should exhibit some self-control with their emotions about getting upset. That I'm saying something. If I make a play against you, okay, and you don't like it, do something about it.
I agree.
Listen, Greenlaw lost his focus. He's a good player for them. He should put himself in that position. But when he threw down Smith, he got the penalty for that. Then what escalated was DiSandro gets in there and says that's BS.
Puts his hand on him.
Right. And so at that point, that's where I draw the line. I don't care if players taunt each other, and they're going to get penalized if they do something like Greenlaw did to Smith. What I don't feel is appropriate is somebody who's not involved in the game. Like Shanahan said, he's not involved in the game. He's the security guy for the head coach. He's not even an assistant coach. So
Mike,
he shouldn't be in the game. He shouldn't be in that area.
You act like every other person on the sideline. Like you got 48 active players and probably 15, 20 inactives that's on the sideline. You got 20 freaking coaches and about 30 other people that are fans of that sideline.
Yeah.
And stuff is being said all the time. If a guy runs out of bounds, there's always chatter that's going on. What do most players do? They run off the sideline and they go back and they play. Okay, so in that situation,
I get it, but they're not involved right at the spot of where the guy got thrown down.
He just happened to be there.
Oh, he happened to be there.
He
shouldn't be there.
You act like he ran down there.
He was
taunting.
Well, no. He's there and he shouldn't be there. That's what I'm saying to you.
He's there because he's the personal security.
Okay, well then if he's there and he's the personal security for the head coach who doesn't need freaking security during a football game, then he should not get involved in any kind of scrum.
Mike, let me tell you something. You can have your opinion on it all you want, but I guarantee you most of Philadelphia agrees with me, not you.
Of course they agree with you.
That's all
he's going to be a hero.
That's
that doesn't make it right.
I'm not saying. Listen, it's not right. It's not right for that player to go at somebody on the other sideline.
I can't believe you're sitting here and you would defend a guy who's not a part of the coaching staff to get involved in that.
What did he get involved in? He said some words.
And he shouldn't say any words.
Who cares?
But for the sake of accuracy, for the sake of accuracy, he didn't just say words though. He tried to separate the fight. So he put his hands on a player. And I asked you earlier, if a guy comes over to you and who's not a player, Seth, what is Seth Joyner doing in that situation?
If you're physically trying to do something to me, that's one thing. Okay? If I'm trying to separate and break something up, then you take that for what it's worth. Okay? Now, if you say something to me, they're just words. I don't have the right to go upside your head because you said something to me. okay? The only recourse that I have is when you put your hands on me. Now you've opened the door for a beatdown, okay? Now you've opened the door for that. So that's my point. There's there's no reason for him if Dom didn't physically go at him.
Which he didn't.
Which he didn't.
Put his hands on.
Then there's no reason for him to do that.
And he got thrown out of the game for it.
Of course
so you're
he did.
right. He had no
he
business. Greenlaw had no business doing that. What I'm saying is Dom should not be involved in that. He shouldn't. And whether you like him or not, and we all like him, he shouldn't be involved in that.
I'm pretty sure he feels that way.
Okay.
But I also believe that the player, you want to absolve the player.
I'm not involved with him. He got thrown out of the game.
Okay.
He got thrown out of the game for what he did.
Okay. If I'm taunting you with words, are you just gonna shut your mouth and keep moving?
No, but I'm an idiot. He's supposed to be have decorum, and if somebody comes out of the stands and attacks Nick Sirianni, that's when he should be involved, but not on a play where a football
You got him to admit it.
throws down.
Mission accomplished. We can move on now.
All right. Are we doing the drive of the game? Let's do the drive of the game. Yeah, I'll do the drive of the game because I want to do the non-drive of the game.
I wish D Gun was here.
I want to do the non-drive of the game.
Hey,
Well, you can't handle me today?
Hey, Joe,
you need D Gun?
Joe, can you send a clip of that to D Gun? Please send it to him. Please send it to him.
I mean, the D Gun's gonna have D Gun loves Dom. I get it. I love Dom. I think he's great.
We all love Dom.
Right.
No,
Exactly.
I want him to
loves
send
Dom.
a clip to D Gun of you saying that you're an idiot.
Oh. Well, I mean, that goes without saying. I don't need to say it, but sometimes this idiot's right, and I happen to be right on this. All right, let's go to the non-drive of the game. The non-drive of the game, to me, is the second drive that the Eagles have. All right, they missed the chance to get a touchdown the first drive, and it's 3-0. Here they come back down again, and they run off 12 plays, right? And they get into and in this drive, they convert a 3rd and 3 and a 3rd and 5. So they're rolling. And after that 3rd and 5, they get another first down on a pass to Devontae Smith, and it looks all good. And then Jalen gets sacked for 15 yards. And now here's where my beef is, because it gets to a 3rd down and 21. They're already in field goal range. They're at the 29. Take a shot to the end zone in that situation. They throw a swing pass to Kenneth Gainwell for 8 yards, and they blow that whole drive, and they wind up kicking another field goal. That was an important drive to score a touchdown. So that's my non-drive of the game.
Your non-drive of the game. My drive of the game would unfortunately, just like most things in this game, go in favor of the San Francisco 49ers, who came out in the third quarter and just were ready to punch the Eagles in the mouth again. After the Eagles weren't able to punch it in the end zone in the first quarter, they come out in the second quarter, they take control of the game, and then after winning the toss, they did exactly what they were supposed to do, which is treat that almost as if it was a turnover and then cash it in for points. And that's what they did. And it only took them 7 plays to go 75 yards in just over 3 minutes to make sure they could put this game almost officially out of reach, making it a 21-6 game in favor of the 49ers. And from that point on, it just felt like the Eagles were going to be able to bounce back with any type of retaliation after that particular drive.
I'm going to go with their second drive in the third quarter, their second scoring drive at that, because I think, when you go to 21-13, do the Eagles look like they're in it? Maybe not. But at the same time, the crowd is finally into it. The momentum's kind of on the Eagles side. And you think, okay, if they can just get one stop on defense, the Birds get the ball back and can maybe go up and score. And then all of a sudden, San Francisco just said, listen, this defense is not stopping us here today. That was the Brock Purdy to Deebo Samuel that goes into the end zone, makes it 28-13. And then you just felt like the life was completely sucked out of Philadelphia from that point. I mean, there was no getting back. The defense just completely exploited the linebackers, the secondary, everything in between. And from there, it felt like San Francisco took full control.
I don't have a drive. I just feel like, the defense was problematic because they made San Francisco punt the ball 2 times in a row. And then San Francisco went 11 plays, 85-yard touchdown, 10 plays, 90-yard touchdown, 7 plays, 75 yards, touchdown, 5 plays, 77 yards, touchdown, 12 plays, 75 yards, touchdown, 2 plays, 48 yards, touchdown.
That's 6?
Damn embarrassing.
That was 6 in a row. All right, I got you.
Score and save in southeastern PA and Delaware with Colony Pools this football season. And let the experts close your pool with a custom Merlin safety cover in green for the Birds. And if you join our Winter Watch team, We'll give you another 20% off, and Colony Pools will handle it all. Keep your tiles on your pool, not in your pool. Fly with Colony right now, Birds fans. Visit flywithcolony.com.